Holy crap, it's very cold here in Mother Russia today. I can't even feel my face. Oh my goodness. Have you guys ever met somebody that doesn't wear deodorant? It's the worst. What if I told you guys I had a solution for you? Because I do. Thanks to Dollar Shave Club for sponsoring this video. You guys remember, and should already know by now, Dollar Shave has you covered head to toe, right? From shaving to shower to brushing your teeth to full body care, they have a pack for you. Now, they have a gift package that I'm about to show you guys. If you guys are struggling to find something for somebody in your family, like your dad, brother, sometimes grandmothers need to shave, you know, they sometimes have that little, like, you know, situation going on up here. You know, I don't know. Here is the Dollar Shave $5 starter set. If you use the link that I have for you in the description, you can cop this mess for $5. Now, these products are subject to change. You can customize it on the website, but here's the starter set. The executive handle is heavy duty, and then you have the really high quality 6 blades. You can shave any part of yourself. It's gonna work really well with these. Amazing, super easy to use shave butter. This stuff is transparent. It helps you get a good shave. Use my Dollar Shave Club link in the description, and you can check out all of their great holiday gift sets. After that, the restock box ships full-size products at regular price. If you need a gift for that one homie that doesn't realize he needs deodorant, that's a good deal. Thanks to Dollar Shave Club for being the sponsor of this video. Let's get moving to the content. I hope you guys enjoyed that little snippet. That was my friend Mikhail. He wants me to tell you guys dos vidania. I'm in a weird spot with my builds right now, to where I told you guys before I start anything else, I have to finish the ones that I have right now. And right now, we obviously have tons to do to the R33. I would love for the R33 to be on the lift, but there's so much stuff we're waiting for the Civic that I can't get it off the lift, and it's still not a roller because I still need to put the axles and suspension back together. I'm not gonna do that till everything is done. Right now, I'm in this weird place where I'm waiting for parts for this, waiting for parts for this, waiting for parts for that. Honestly, like, it's driving me nuts not being able to finish this car and not at least starting it. There's a lot I want to get done to this thing, and I'm done waiting for this to be off the lift. Let me show you guys a new addition we got to the garage, actually. I was gonna make a video about doing the day in the life of this, but I just didn't. So I got a big toolbox. I haven't even organized the tools yet because it's been too cold to come outside and do that. It's helped me organize a little bit. Got some space behind the car, behind the lift. That's really, really awesome. And now I need to go to the store and buy a bunch of like power tools and stuff. But that's a new addition to the garage. Comp also sent me the twin scroll housing. So we do have that. And dude, I'm just gonna say, guys, this has grown on me so much. A lot of you guys actually like this more than I thought. Now, it's not actually on yet, so it'll change a little bit. It'll actually end up scooting back or whatever. It won't be so aggressive like that. A lot of you guys really love the gurney flap, and I'm stoked about that. But anyways, let's move to the front. The thing I'm most stoked about on this build is I'm going to get rid of this ugly plenum that goes over and around for absolutely no reason. So honestly, today, I'm just gonna start tearing stuff apart, and we're going to get this R33 build started. For me, I think the biggest thing right now is just taking everything off that I need off so that I can have space to clean up the engine bay. Like, I want to go through and not only like clean this, I might even maybe sand and paint, but that's a little excessive. I would like to clean it all up and just make it not dirty. First thing we're gonna do is start taking off the intake manifold. There's obviously a lot of things around here, but it can be done. Let's go ahead and unhook that battery. Look at that, dude. Oh my God. Bro, that's so sick, bro. Now, as you can see, there's about 6 million 10mm bolts. That might be a 12 right there. There's so many things just holding this on. Gonna go ahead and definitely get the throttle cable off, disconnect the intercooler piping. All this plenum has to come off. So just like normal, I'm basically just gonna go ahead and set this up on a tripod, speed everything up, and you guys just get to watch the process. You guys are having a stressful day unless you're also removing an intake manifold on an RB25. Dude, let me tell you what, this is actually maybe the most difficult thing I have ever done. Or not difficult, it's super easy, but like, maybe I did it the unconventional way, and if it was on the lift, it probably would have been easier, but I had to go and remove there was 5 bolts on the underside of this, inside of here. And that was just the worst. Now I have to take a couple lines off, but all the bolts are gone. This was ridiculous, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was tough, dude. I never want to do that again. At this point, I've basically started. I now need to just get the entire intake manifold off. I gotta take the fuel rail off. I'm gonna do a whole new fuel rail with the new intake manifold, so that's all gotta come off. Injectors are coming out, so I gotta make sure all that's out of the way. Basically continue to just take everything with a bolt that's not the block itself is coming off on this side and on that side. But today I think we're focusing on this because it's already been like 2 hours. Oh, she's pissing. She get a nice little piss in. I probably shouldn't let that happen. Well, at this point, I'm still getting the manifold off. There we go, that should do it for now. Now I'm gonna be stepping in that and make my shoes muddy. Manifold is finally, well, it's not quite loose yet, but it's coming off. Okay, it's loose, yeah, you can see it. All right. If you have the option, never remove an RB25 intake manifold. Man, when I build cars, usually I don't need help. I don't ever look how-to or tutorials or things to help me or aid me in the process, because usually it's pretty self-explanatory and I consider myself a pretty smart guy. I can figure things out. But I would say this is like the most overly complicated, which is funny because now that I'm done, I looked up like what people said about it online and they said this was the most ridiculous removal of all time. This, like, I would budget, like, if you're by yourself, 4 to 5 plus hours. If you're really experienced, like 3, because I think that's about how long it's been for me. But wow, I don't like you. Now, I got a little anxious and antsy. I was really excited to get going on this, and yes, I forgot to drain the coolant out. So yeah, I definitely made a mess. I always remember to do it. Like in the Civic, both Civics, the Z, like my JZ, my Evo, all that stuff I've always remembered, but this car, I don't even know. My mind jumbled up and I was too excited. So I've got a lot of things cut in here. Something I started to get really frustrated, so I cut a couple things I didn't need to cut in terms of hoses, but that's not a big deal because it's just a hose. But it was super overly complicated, and now that the main hard line is off, it's all good. Now it leaves me a ton of room for 1, clean it up, and then 2, to like actually work. So this is really nice. I'd like to maybe somehow take all this off and like rewrap all the wiring harness and put it somewhere, but that's not really in my area of expertise. What I will have to do is remove this stud. This stud got really bent, hella bent, trying to get it out because I was getting frustrated and I used the man method to get it out, or anti-man method is what this may be. But it's now out, and that is honestly probably one of the biggest steps in doing this. The turbo side is supposedly very easy. Like next video, I'll end up getting the turbo off, the exhaust manifold and stuff off, and then I'll go ahead and probably start clearancing everything out. And then once I just have basically like the motor in the car with not much else surrounding it except for hoses and stuff, I'll probably do a really good job of cleaning everything up. Maybe doing some touch-up paint. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet. It's one of those things where if I sit here in the garage long enough and I look at it long enough, I'll figure out, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna see what I do, but I'm definitely going to clean everything up, do maybe some dress up bolts and dress everything up a little nicer, but I do want this to look super, super nice for when the car is finished. This is not yet finished. I do need to go ahead and continue shaving this thing down, but now we have room for this gorgeous thing in the engine bay. I'm gonna see if it lines up correctly. I don't know, maybe I just want to see it, I don't know. Well, yeah, this stud is hella bent and it's not letting me push it on there. But with that polished up and looking nice, the engine bay is gonna look so cool. If there's anything I should do to the engine bay, if it's not too intense or extensive, let me know in the comments section if there's anything you prefer to see. I mean, I would like to maybe paint the valve covers or something, but I don't know, if there's something to do, something you think that would make the engine and like the turbo setup pop, let me know right below. Sadly, this is enough for today, and tomorrow we're going to get going, or whatever, the next day we work on this, we're going to get going on getting the whole exhaust side off. But I am very happy that we started this and it made some progress. I do need to button a lot of stuff up like I just said and clean some things up, but we are starting the R33. My hands are nasty from today. I've cleaned them 17 times and they're still dirty. Today I want to leave you guys with a very basic verse. That's actually the reason why we started our clothing company. One of the things that I read when I was young, I was in high school, it was one of the things that stuck out to me, and it's helped me kind of realize that life's not so tough. It's a verse that says, rejoice in your suffering, because suffering produces perseverance, perseverance produces character, and character produces hope. Basically, from what I took from that growing up, is that we all go through things. We all suffer. We all go through these troubles and these times, these trials. What that does is, obviously they're difficult, and nobody's discrediting them. Nobody's saying that they're simple, that they're easy, that your suffering doesn't count. What that says is you should somehow rejoice in the fact that you're going through that, because suffering does produce character. Because of the things that I've had to go through in the past even 5 years of my life, 3 years of my life, my suffering has produced an incredible amount of character, integrity, humility, like changed me so much. Persevering has created that character, and now I have hope, because every time something bad happens, every time I'm going through some crazy trial in life, I have hope that it's going to change me for the better. And if you let it, it can change you for the better. And if you don't let it, it won't. Remember that, embedded in your brains. It's a great verse. Peace out, guys. I'm gonna go take a shower. Later. I'm cold, guys. And by the way, if you want me to warm up, watch those 2 videos. I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna go inside and warm up anyways, but this is worth a try.